Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fans Voice. All right, so Chiefs traded for Justin Fields for a six-round pick. Um, I think that was a good trade for the Chiefs because I stated this in a previous episode that the Chiefs need to look into the quarterback situation because we don't know how long Mahomes is going to be out for. So they really needed a quality backup quarterback, and I think they just got that. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe in Justin Fields and that it's not a good pickup. You're going to hear so much trash talk about him. I am a believer in Justin Fields. It's just like if you go back and look back, like go back to college. He was a raw quarterback coming out of college. He needed a little bit more time, but he was still good enough to go in the first round, but he still needed more time to develop. And if you look at him play, you can see that he does have a good arm talent. He has good arm talent. He's a really good athlete. He has problems on seeing the field, and I think things need to be slowed down more for him. He needs to slow down himself. But you see that he doesn't do a bad job. He has a good arm. I've seen him place the ball in such a tight window. I've only seen some of the best actually make that throw. So I think he really does have all the tools to be able to be a really good quarterback. I actually think he's got better tools than Sam Darnold. Like Justin Fields, the poor guy, he started out in Chicago. He wasn't going there to get developed there. He didn't he was a guy that needed to sit down for a couple years and learn, but he got thrown right into it. Granted, his best season came in like 2022, his sophomore season, but I also still don't think that he did bad when he played with Pittsburgh. He led Pittsburgh to 4-2. Yeah, I think he had better weapons, he had a better team in general, and I think that was part of the problem. You've seen him before being traded to the Chiefs. He was on his third team, and 2 out of 3 of them bad franchises. At least leading up to, let's say, this year. I mean, I think the jury's still out on the Bears. They had a good season this year, but the last time they had a good season with a young quarterback was Mitch Trubisky, and then all of a sudden the Bears went downhill yet again. They weren't on the mountain peak for very long. Yeah, Justin Fields just has been with franchises that can't seem to develop a quarterback or seem to develop a team in general. It's been I guess, a shit show for them for a very long time. I mean, the Jets fans, I think they like the torture. They like feeling the pain because they still are Jets fans, and I feel bad for y'all. But I think Justin Fields going over to a good team like the Chiefs is going to be good for him because he did do pretty good with Pittsburgh. Maybe not the best, but there's several times during his 6 games starting in Pittsburgh where the reason they won was because of him. The reason they were still in the game was because of him, his running ability. He liked his tight ends. He was doing really good. He wasn't turning the ball over. He had a couple fumble issues early on, but they got fixed pretty quickly. That was just early on in the season. And I think him being in Kansas City is going to help him out a lot. And having a good offensive minded coach like Andy Reid is going to help him out. He's going to be able to succeed there. I know he's not going to be a starter for very long or he's full time, but look what happened with Malik Willis. He was with Tennessee and he didn't do good there. Went over to Green Bay, had a couple good games as a backup quarterback, and then in the free agency, he was the most looked at quarterback coming into the free agency. most people wanted him and most people thought so highly of him just off of a small sample size of him being decent, being a good being a good backup, being that backup that when he's in there, he's being efficient. He's not turning the ball over. He wasn't putting up any eye-popping numbers, but I think he did progress from when he was with the Titans, and now he's getting 20 something million a year right now. So I think there is a lot of hope, and Justin Fields is a lot more talented than Malik Willis, and I think Justin Fields is more talented than Sam Darnold. And some people are saying, they're like, "Oh, he could have a mid-season, uh, mid-career epiphany where he all of a sudden becomes really good, mid-career spike or something like that, because just like Sam Darnold." And they're like, "But it's highly unlikely." I'm just sitting there like, this Sam Darnold can do it, but Sam Darnold, one, he was with crappy teams in all honesty to start off with, and then finally went over to Kyle Shanahan and Kevin O'Connell was able to they were able to be like, "Hey, let's rework your wiring and train you a little better." And they actually developed him. I think that could easily happen for Justin Fields because he is much more talented and a better athlete than both of them. I'm excited for Justin Fields, and I hope that Kansas City can unlock his potential and he lives up to that first round pick that he was. I do have some high hopes for him, and I'm excited. The Chiefs did exactly what they needed to do, and they knew what I saw earlier. They needed to get somebody that could come in there because they knew that there's a good chance Patrick Mahomes is not going to be starting week 1. So they got somebody that they know that can come in there and start, and they have a good system, and they also got a good running back for him. So it doesn't have to be all on him. Next, what the Chiefs need to do is get a wide receiver that's going to stay on the field, whether it's injury or legal issues. But good for Justin Fields. Good job on Kansas City. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Let me know what you guys think of Justin Fields going over to Kansas City. Like and subscribe, and I will talk with you guys later.